My father has inspired me the most through my journey because he literally grew up in a village in Punjab with no electricity. He used to study under candle lights and lampposts, street lamps. I think I can achieve as much as I want in my life and I won't match the achievements he had because he went from that to becoming a nuclear mechanical engineer in the US who oversaw 2 nuclear power plants for the government.
Nice.
That's pretty much, I don't know how to overcome that leap. And my dad has been an absolutely amazing inspiration to me. I like to explain first what is the outcome I'm looking for. Second, why am I looking for the outcome? And then third, I explain how I would approach it. And then I say, any questions? And that approach has worked brilliantly. It has really, people need the freedom. Most people get lost in the how. I give people freedom to do it how they want, but I focus on the outcome.
Okay, but if we give them freedom, then वो हल्के में ले लेते हैं हर चीज को.
This is the wrong person.
This can be a psychology, I think. It's not like a wrong person because if we give them the flexibility, then उनको आदत लग जाएगी.
So then it's the wrong person because what you're explaining to me is someone I have to micromanage. I don't want that. That person will never work for me. Because if I give them freedom is in my company, freedom is, everyone has freedom. I don't track anybody's hours. Nobody clocks in, nobody clocks out. I have never done it. In 20 years, I have never done that. But if you are someone that cannot take the freedom, if the freedom is too much for you, which means you don't get the outcome done by the deadline that is due, you're the wrong person. 100% the wrong person. Psychology, I don't care. That's their problem, not mine. If we reach an agreement, this is your task, this is the outcome, this is why we're doing it, I want it done by this date. Yes, then that's all. There is no, otherwise you're communicating with me throughout the process, right?
Yeah.
Something happened, I miscalculated this, I need more time. Okay, fine, no issue, we talk about it. But if all of a sudden time comes, you don't have a delivery because you were too busy and you decided to go to your chacha's wedding or whatever, this and that, that's your problem, not mine. And that I have zero patience or tolerance for. That's how you lose trust. And if you lose the trust, you're out. In those areas, my team, everyone who sees my team will tell you that I have the best team. They run like a machine. They are amazing, amazing, amazing people. But that was not by luck. That has been designed and put. We are very flexible, but we still get the job done.
So how many chances kind of you give when your employees are not on their deadline?
I think that's subjective. It depends.
Like if they are giving you the right reason, that is negligible here. So like if a person is not delivering, let's say I have a content writing team, so they are not delivering my task on time. So what should I do there? Like how much chances I have to give them?
2 or 3 chances. But after every chance, sitting down with them and saying why. Why did this not happen? First of all, look to see if the reason sounds reasonable, if it sounds like a logical, actual reason. A lot of times you're fed wrong reasons. So know that. But 2 or 3 times. Listen, if it's not adapting, I've had 2 or 3 very good in-depth conversations with them about what my expectations are. And they've agreed to those expectations 2 or 3 times.
Okay. About time management, everyone faces this problem like about time management because we think that we have to do this, and at the end of the day we just think, oh, nothing is done. So how do you manage your time?
So I really love using tools like Asana. There's Trello, Monday.com, there's ClickUp.com. There's so many task management tools now. I'm addicted to my task management tools. And I have a few rules. First of all, if you need something from me and you're on the team, don't Slack it to me, don't WhatsApp it to me, don't message it to me. Put it in the system, otherwise it's not getting done. Because I don't want to remember things. See, a lot of people get overwhelmed and burned out and stressed out because they have to remember things. I don't have to remember anything. It's stored somewhere, and whenever I'm ready to do it, it's there. So first rule, task management. Second rule, prioritize. Not every task is the same priority. Most people spend their time working on urgent tasks. So we start every day with the things we have to get done. My goal in life is to work on important tasks, not urgent tasks. Because important tasks are the ones that grow the business. Urgent tasks have short-term benefit, something you have to do today. So the way I did my schedule now is in the mornings I have no meetings until 12 p.m. There's zero meetings, zero anything. I mean, unless I'm traveling and doing podcasts or something, it's unique situations. But at home, regular day to day, it's 12 p.m. is when my meetings are. So what that means is if I start in the morning, you have what, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m.? That's my time. And during that time, I'm not working on urgent things. I'm working on important things. I'm working on projects that I believe I need to do for the future. And that has helped my time management the most. Then from 12 to 5, go ahead. And the other thing I've noticed is all of a sudden when I cut my availability, people don't need me as much. How miraculous is that? When my team knows they don't have me until 12 p.m., they think of a problem at 9 a.m. If I was available by 9:15, they're asking me. I'm not available. By 10 o'clock, they're solving the problem themselves. And so all of a sudden I realized that when I'm not so available all the time, people find solutions. So task management, number one, make sure, don't keep it in your head, get it into a tool. Number two, create blocks of window of your time where you do important things, not urgent things. And rule number three, don't keep putting things off. Make sure that task is being done by the deadlines that it's being done, that it says. Oh, sorry. Also prioritize your tasks. That's very important. I like to make sure that I move it around. That way I don't have to think at all. I open this tool, I just have to go down the in order. And I've been doing the same thing now for 10 years and it has changed my life.
So what is your daily routine?
My daily routine. It's changed a lot since we had a baby. So I've never been a morning person. I always wake up 8:39, but I stay up till like 2, 3. That's changing now. So now usually I'm up by 7, 7:30. Without fail, the first hour of the day is with the baby. Go downstairs because she's going to go back to sleep by 9, so I get an hour to play with her. So play with her, maybe help feed her, do whatever is needed. 9 o'clock, she goes to sleep. I go get ready. Typically the mornings, I like, focus on my own self. Take my medicine, take my vitamins, read a little bit, prayers, just get my mind set. So usually I'm doing that until about 9:30. At 9:30, I will usually start my important tasks. So 9:30 to 12, I tend to be off. Phone is off.
Mm-hmm.
Phone is not off. It's there, but I'm not responding to things or checking. So if it's urgent, I review. Let's face one thing. We always say, what if something happens? Nothing. In my entire 20 years, I think maybe 3 times something has been so urgent that I actually needed my phone on, right? So 12 o'clock, I usually go to the office then. And 12 o'clock, I go to the office and I usually, between interviews, meetings, video shoots, that's usually my schedule. And by 5:15, I'm out the door. Because again, gotta get home. I have another hour with the baby before she goes to sleep for the night. So I'll usually be with her till 7, put her to sleep. And then between 7 to 9 is time with the wife. So we usually have dinner, watch TV. It's important. I think you gotta keep your relationship strong. So we always really cherish that time. And then at 9 p.m., honestly, it's free time. If I have work that carries over, I do some work. If I don't, I read. Or I watch TV. I don't mind. I think people always say, you want to be successful, hustle, never watch Netflix. Hustle all the time, don't watch TV. I mean, I like Netflix. I watch Netflix. What's wrong? I binge watch. It's okay. It's normal. It's life. So I give myself freedom from 9 to 11, 11:30, and then go to sleep.
Okay. So how many employees you have in your company?
Right now, we've downsized quite a bit because we are restructuring the whole business. So as of a year ago, we were at about 100. Now we're probably at around 35.
Okay.
But we're going to grow back again. But I wanted to restructure a lot of things. And we just wanted to get smart again. We were starting to hire too much. I'll tell you, sometimes overhiring is a big problem. It really reduces efficiency. It really reduces you become lazy. People become lazy. So the biggest I've ever had a team was 120. And then as of last year, at this time, it was a little over 100. And now we're sitting about 35.
Okay. Just a second. Okay. Like what you see while hiring the operations team, because we have some major tasks, some confidential things while doing the operations. So what you see while hiring the operations team?
So operations, you're looking for a very specific mind. You're looking for a mind that is almost obsessive, like OCD, if you've ever heard.
Yeah, OCD.
Yeah,
I heard.
OCD. I think that makes for a great operations person because you want your operations person to be detail oriented, and details should bug them. They can't let details just go. See me, I'm a marketer, a sales guy. I think details or whatever they go, but operations cannot let go of details. So first of all, I look for someone who's already done it, right? I want to make sure they've been in operational roles, they have managed projects, they have managed complex projects where there's many teams and many team members and many moving parts. That's important to me. Um, and then I look to see the questions they ask. Operations is one where they can find themselves in long hours. Project is behind, they're working nights, they're working weekends. I've always told my company, we are a startup, we will always be a startup. The culture of this company will always remain startup. So I want to make sure that they have that flexibility and that they can put those hours in and time. But honestly, I'm looking for someone who's detail oriented, who's able to multitask, who knows how to crack a whip. Okay, I'm looking for a firm person. If you're in operations, you cannot be a pushover. The marketing and sales team will eat you alive. So they have to be firm. So I'm looking, that's why I want them to have experience managing complex projects. Because I'm looking for someone who can be firm and put their foot down and say, no, you are supposed to get me this by this date. So flexible with their time. I want them to be firm. I want them to be detail oriented, and I want them to have experience managing complex projects with many team members. That's probably the biggest things I'm looking for in operational roles.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like, especially anymore, to try new people. You have to have experience too, because operations can be very complicated.
But still we have some confidential things in our business, so how you trust, like this is the like biggest thing even I'm facing, because sometimes I have to assign an email to manage the task, to manage the clients.
Yeah.
So how you trust a person?
I mean, so again, look at their experience, right? Look at their jobs. So if I see someone on a resume and I see that every year they've been bouncing jobs,
Yeah, consistency.
out the door. The resume is out the door. I don't care who it is. If they've been not at a position for more than 1-2 years, out the door. I don't want, that's the first bad issue with trust. Secondly is that, listen, if you're going to hire someone and they're going to do client work, you have to give it to them from day one. So it's not like you can wait for 3-4 months. Reference checks. So we do a lot of strong reference checks. We don't take that lightly. We call the people that they've given us, and we want to see what have they done. If confidentiality is very important, we ask questions. How do you think this person's confidentiality is? Have you told them something confidential before? And then honestly, in US at least, a contract is a contract, right? I mean, people don't violate contracts, and I know that culture is not quite as much in India, but for us, US, that provides us protection, so we feel good about that. But mostly, I'll tell you, listen, our interview process, most people who work with us have interviewed 4 times. They've interviewed 4 different types of people. We have some people that have interviewed as much as 6 times. We put them through such a rigorous process that honestly, they fall apart. If you are someone who has a weakness, or you're hiding something from us, or there's something about you that you don't want us to know, our interview process is designed in such a way that it's going to come out. Or we may not know what it is, but there's going to be that little doubt. Something you're going to say, you're going to do is going to make us say, If we have that feeling, even one time during an interview, even if it was by mistake it happened, one time we have, done.
Okay.
No exceptions. 0 exceptions. If we have a red flag, done, on the spot. We're not hiring.
Okay. So who inspires you the most?
My father has inspired me the most through my journey, because he literally grew up in a village in Punjab with no electricity. He used to study under candle lights and lampposts, street lamps. I think I can achieve as much as I want in my life, and I won't match the achievements he had, because he went from that to becoming a nuclear mechanical engineer in the US who oversaw 2 nuclear power plants for the government.
Nice.
That's pretty much, I don't know how to overcome that leap. And my dad has been an absolutely amazing inspiration to me. Professionally, in the business world, I'm very inspired by, he's dead now, but I mean, Steve Jobs. The part from him that I took away, he wasn't really the type of person I would ever want to be. But his obsession about the product really inspires me. I think he was really obsessed about making sure the product changed the world, that it fit the market, that it provided what it was, and innovated. And I think that that's something I haven't done enough of in my life. I want to obsess about the product. Also, obviously, I'm a big Elon Musk fan. I think the man is a visionary. I think he's going to change humanity. He actually has changed humanity. And I think that that's something to inspire. Now, I don't want his life. It's too hard. I don't want to do what he does. But I sure as heck love watching him do it and get inspired by it. Those are probably the main. I mean, there's a lot. I read a lot of books. I would say a lot of people inspire, but most of my rules in life have come from my father. I've really picked up from him.
Okay. And in our industry, who inspires you? Like in the marketing industry?
Marketing industry. I'm very inspired by Grant Cardone. He can be a controversial figure, but I know Grant. I've met Grant. I've hung out with Grant. The discipline, the hard work, the diligence, the persistence, the resilience, it's unmatched. I haven't seen anyone else. I mean, I'm in awe. He puts the work in. I'm always, I watch him and I'm like, wow, that he is impressive. As of recent times, I'm super impressed with Alex Ramosi. He has been a very big inspiration just to watch him grow the way he grew. And again, the discipline, the consistency at the levels that we play at these bigger levels. It's about discipline. It's about that consistency. It's very hard to do. And so I'm always enthralled by people that can do that can be that disciplined. I'm trying to think right off the top of my head who other. Patrick Bet-David, another person you can watch, super consistent, super. And with Patrick, what I like, he's very opinionated and he's not afraid to say what his opinion is. And I think he's done it in a very professional, right way. That's something I've not done yet. I tend not to share political opinions. I tend not to share opinions about certain things. And I think in time, maybe I will. But right now, it's like I don't want to deal with the backlash of that. But some of these guys are out there doing it, and it's very impressive to see them.
Okay, on which product you are more focused on right now?
Right now, I am most focused on building my mastermind. It's called Board of Experts. And it is for those who are already experienced information marketers. It has become my obsession. I'm just absolutely loving building that.
Okay, so what we will get from this?
So in the mastermind, we're building a worldwide community of people, of entrepreneurs, experts who are doing $500,000 a year or more. And what you get is access to my team. So all of my leaders become your consultants. You get access to me. You get access to each other. And we have been seeing people solve each other's problems. We do live masterminds. And the function we just added, which is amazing, is I and my team are filming a ton of courses that if you are a part of our mastermind, you can put up to 5 team members in. So we will teach your team how to scale as well, not just you. And so that's the 5th element. We just announced that last 2 weeks ago. And so that's something new that we've added. So we want this to be more of a community worldwide. I want to connect Indian experts to experts from US to Singapore to Brazil. I want to connect people because my goal is to change education, right? My goal is to change the way people learn. So I have to connect internationally the top experts in every subject, bring them into one community. And that's how I feel like I'll change the educational world.